Namaste, everybody. Just wanted to connect in today. Very heavy collective energy today as we encounter some different shifts and different aspects of the transformation that's occurring. So I know a lot of people are feeling it. Some of you are probably feeling quite tired with it. As my energy update last month, a few weeks ago, to say about July, said, we will be stepping up to this voice, these shifts, this change, more segregation and everything, and here we are. So that's what it's about. I know that I do much more in-depth work, obviously, with my Awakened Inner Circle. So for those of you that really resonate now, come and join us in there. We every 2 weeks there's a soul session or the meditation library, and once a month it's live, but I'm going to do an extra live this week on Thursday at 10 a.m. in there because it's good for us to collectively come together, share the energy, and work through this and navigate this energetically on a raised vibration. And to do that together collectively is what this energy is about now, not to do everything on your own. And the awakening journey that you're all encountering and coming through has been hard enough through life, without now in this new vibration doing it separately. But just wanted to share today because the energy that stepped up now, the collective energy, globally, that means is shifting in every single moment. And everybody has their own views, their own feelings as to what is going on, and everybody's having to choose how they react, respond, how people resonate with what's going on, how people don't. So it's a personal choice for everybody. But what I would say at this moment is the aspects, the physical, the 3D things that are being brought into us. Let's look at the UK for the moment, and looking at these restrictions, and people have gone into fight or flight mode now. It's gone into the fear level has raised, and that's split in again many different ways. It's the way of survival. How do you survive? That comes in at this element, which is what it's designed to do, this agenda of forcing people in this way. And I don't mean just about a mask or work or restrictions or lockdown. This is much bigger than that. But you will interpret this how it resonates with you and what you feel. But the restrictions that are coming into us as are more so than the actual restricted world that we were living in before lockdown. And many of you have fought very, very tirelessly to change your life for several years, to create freedom, to break away from the rat race, the restrictions, and to find yourself now aware that to interact out in that world, there's things you may or may not want to do, and the restrictions are getting more. The policing of each other is becoming higher. So July's energy, it's a bit tricky with it. There's going to be an awful lot more people just speaking the absolute truth, which is brilliant, because voice is what raises the vibration. Whether you think something is right or wrong, it's almost irrelevant, because it's using the voice, it's the passion, it's the standing up, it's the participating in the collective. And then from that, what will come is different levels of awareness. And until each individual starts to look at us together as one, let's create this for one, then there will be that segregation, there will be that fear base. And even those that have total alignment and awareness with oneness, nothingness, bliss, inner peace, inner calm, everything is going on this conscious level, actually their lesson there is to also participate, to assist the collective, because that's why we may have awoken earlier, is to not, it's not just to lead and help and hold space, but it's to participate in it as well. And just maybe now many people are having to look within right in this moment. There's a massive shift we're observing with the holistic and spiritual world, the alternative world, whereby so many people had gone into alternative medicine and seeking natural ways, which obviously we're wanting to do more and more. And just by looking at the overall restrictions, the very fact that many of those aspects have been left till last, and to come back into work, to their businesses, to their environments. So the fight or flight there as well is those that may not want to normally conform in the way they're being asked to, or made to in many respects. And I say that loosely because actually I don't want to get into law and everything here, because actually it's not within that. The choice, people choosing to comply, conform, to go out there and do something that maybe not everybody's comfortable to do, so that they can reach people, so that they can hold space, so that they can help people. They know how needed they are. And this is probably you, for a lot of you watching, you'll know that you're needed out there within the community. And those that have done the physical treatments, physical modalities, physical holding space a lot, will actually start to have moved to a different way to communicate with people, maybe from a distance, maybe online, maybe looking at how to raise the vibration of how that you can help and participate in the world. So all of this is happening at the moment. There's so much. I've just recorded for the Awakened Inner Circle, and because I tried to do a Facebook Live, and obviously there's many issues around what's restricted and what's not at the moment, and that was thrown out twice. So we're navigating everything as we can. I've been sat here this afternoon with lots of military going around, and that's been happening a lot in many areas of the country, and everybody has their own reasoning for it. But for me, I've experienced places in the world where there's lockdown has been a normal life, a normal way of practice for a lot of years, and the restrictions that are imposed and how they're imposed and how they get people to conform and how it works for the power to shift and how that happens. And there's certainly many aspects of that I can just see being played out at this moment. We have to sit with this within our truth. This is not about whether there is a virus, isn't a virus. Do you wear a mask? Don't you wear a mask? It's energetically the overall of what is going on, what feels okay, what point do we question, and what point do we conform. And that's where that's going to be. That's where your fight or flight comes in. And those of you that are absolutely at the moment aware of everything and finding the energy really heavy to deal with, and I've had different people saying they want to go, and many people, for the last, I don't know how many years, but specifically the last 6 months, trying to live off grid, as people going off in camper vans, people wanting to create spaces for themselves, people wanting to create spaces for other people, and for me, just using this as one example, if we're doing something for collective, let's create that for everybody. Let's create this world that we don't want to run away from. There was always that saying, wasn't there, of trying not to run away for 2 weeks of the year to a holiday from a life that you don't want to live, and you live 2 weeks of your life in, very differently. Create the life you don't want to run away from. Well, this is on a mass scale now. Consciously, we have an opportunity here to choose how we bring through, how we want to live, how we're going to choose now where our food is from, whether we agree or not with vaccines. All of these things have got to come in, and there's a choice now, because everything's being forced. So the freedom of choice has been removed. The freedom of speech has been removed very rapidly over the last 3 to 4 months. So you have to consider whether you are for or against something is irrelevant, but what do we agree as the freedom aspects of us collectively, and how equal are we? Okay, because bringing that energy together collectively is what this is about. Want to keep this as a short video, just wanted to pop in, share the energy with you, raise the vibration a little bit. Please keep going within, doing your meditation. Come and join me, whatever level you are, if you want some help with that. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Namaste.